it was Chris. The first person I called was Chris. But luckily he did not answer. Because I feel like if I would have called him and told him like that I had been shot, like he probably would have went ballistic. Like he didn't answer. So he was with my cousin. So I called my cousin and I'm like, bro, where you at? Where you at? And he like, oh, we at this person's house. It was the homeboy house. I was like, okay, where Chris at? And he was like, he's sitting right here. I'm like, okay, well, go outside. I need to tell you something because I didn't want his reaction in front of Chris to be like blown out of proportion because I knew Chris was going to start tripping out too. So I told him, I'm like, bro, I got shot, bro. He automatically started yelling, who shot you? Who shot you? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm just telling you, y'all need to get here fast. Like, just calm down. I'm fine. Just get Chris and just come on. And I hear him, and when he go in the house, he like, Chris, Cassandra got shot. And what did you say when he said that? I think you said, let's go. Like, you just said, let's go. What you said?
I really can't even remember. It was like that. I just know that we was just running red lights.
Yeah, I know. As soon as, because I think I heard you hear let's go or let's ride or something like that. As soon as he said that, I hear both of them run to the car, my cousin out of breath, Chris out of breath, and I hear him crank up the car and I just hear him vroom, like he started pushing it. And him and Chris just ride. I hear him speeding. I know he's speeding because they was all the way on the other side of town. So they had to really like push it. And I could hear Chris telling him like, oh, it's good to run the red light because they was watching for the police. They was trying to get there. So I'm trying to tell them, just calm down. Please try to do the speed limit. I do not need y'all to get pulled over on y'all way to me. And I was like, you know, I'm going to hang up now because I got to call my mama. And my cousin was like, no, don't hang up, Because I don't think they was still shooting by the time I had got on the phone with y'all. They had stopped because it was like after I got off the phone with the police, that's when they had stopped shooting because I guess they figured the police was coming, so they had to get out of there fast. Because right after I got off the phone with them, they stopped shooting, so I figured everybody was safe. That's why I was just trying to get the grandma to stop screaming because it's just like if you let them know that it's people still alive in here, they maybe gonna try to finish the job. But so after I got off the phone with my cousin, I called my mama, and I was like, Mama, where are you? And she was like, I'm at home. I was like, are you sitting down? And she was like, yeah, why? And I was like, okay, well, don't panic, but I got shot. What? I said, don't panic, but I got shot. My mom was like, what? Then I could just hear her knocking all type of stuff down in her room, like her nightstand, books, I don't know, like she just knocking out with everything. I hear glass breaking. I just hear her running around the house. She's just like, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. I'm like, Mama, I'm okay. Just calm down. Just calm down. I'm trying to calm her down. My mama just screaming prayers, and at this point, I don't need her to hype me up any more than I'm already hyped up because my cousin screaming, crying, and yelling on the phone almost got me hyped up because I have really bad asthma, and asthma will turn into an anxiety attack. So this whole time that I've been shot, bleeding out, I haven't cried, screamed, or panicked not once. Only when I was on the phone with my cousin when he was like doing all that hooping and hollering. I was just telling him like, just calm down, cuz, just calm down. I'm okay. But when I was on the phone with my mama, it was no calming her down. She literally just screaming prayers at the top of her lungs. So I just told her, Mama, I love you. And I hung up because I couldn't deal. So the police come after that, and when the police come in, they tell everybody, if you not hurt, get out the room. So they made everybody else leave, and they asked me, you know, are you okay? Can you stand up? All that. They take me outside and they wrap up my arms. Now, when I walk out the front door, I see him and my cousin standing there, and he looks so mad. And I'm just trying to tell him like, just calm down, just follow us to the ambulance. Just follow us to the hospital. So I get in the ambulance, and they have Dre's mom on the stretcher because she was shot in the leg. She was saying she couldn't feel her leg. So we was on the way to the hospital. And we on the way to the hospital, and my mom is on the way there. And this was during COVID time, so I couldn't have no visitors at all. Like, they couldn't even come up to the room with me. So when I got in the ambulance and, you know, went there, I got out, and they was going to get me a room. And the lady was like, are you sure you've just been shot? And I was like, pretty sure. I have holes in my arm. She was like, it was a man that was here who got shot in the bottom, and he was screaming at the top of his lungs, you're so strong. And I'm just like, lady, do I gotta get stitches or not? Because that's the only thing I was scared of at that point. My cousin FaceTimed me so I could see Chris and my mom, and he was mad. He didn't want to talk at all. Like, he was done. He just wanted to see me, just wanted me to be out of there. Yeah, my mom was crying, of course. As soon as she saw me, she was crying, and I was just letting her know I'm okay, and that they was about to release me. So they released me, and I went down there, saw them. Well, I was happy just to be out of there, and yeah, I was happy to be alive. And that's why me and Boo Boo so locked in at this point, because after that, he literally had to take care of me real bad. Like, I couldn't eat, I couldn't wipe my own behind, I couldn't bathe myself, I couldn't do anything. The only thing he didn't do was change my dressing, my wound dresses. My mama did that. He couldn't deal with that. But everything else, he literally just was the best. He took care of me, and he watched me while I was asleep. He helped me do everything until I recovered. That's why I love him so much. He's so sweet. My babies. We've been together for so long. We've been through some stuff, y'all. Like, seriously. Like, me just getting shot is an understatement. Like,
I hate this story.
Yeah, as you can tell, he does hate the story. Because, I mean, I always try to make light out of it because it's something that happened to me. But I'll live through it. Live to tell my story to y'all. And that's why it's important to not judge a book by its cover, because y'all see us and think like, oh, they make money off of their kid and da-da-da-da. Y'all try to talk about how we live and all that. But you never know what somebody been through. Y'all wouldn't know I got shot at 17. And that's why we had to have each other backs. Like, even before then, we had to have each other backs. But that was just one situation where we had to have each other backs even more. Like, because getting shot is traumatizing. I had PTSD after that. Like, we couldn't even watch shows with gunshots in the show, because I literally jump out my sleep hearing the gunshots. Like, it was bad, but Boo held me down through it all at my best. And we just wanted to tell y'all the story because a lot of people asked me what happened. Like, they didn't know what happened, so we just came on here to tell y'all that's the end of the story, y'all. And I'm just say this: it wasn't no setup. None of them set me up, or the girl ain't set me up. Because she had no reason to. We didn't have any prior beef, or her boyfriend didn't know my boyfriend, or it had something to do with what they had going on. They own accord. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It happens. Like, I think it wouldn't have been a way like to prevent it, unless me just not being there. But it just happened. It's something that happened to me. Life throws you curveballs. Just how you deal with it. You got anything to say, boo? I mean, they probably will ask you how you felt. Like, how did you feel?
Mad. When it first happened. Then when everything all smoothed out, I was happy.
Yeah.
Because it could have been worse. Like,
yeah, definitely could have been worse. Like, it's so many other people my age that have went. It's sad to say that a lot of other teenagers have gone through something similar, and they didn't make it out. So me making it out, I really, really, really thank God for that, because it was a terrible, terrible situation. It could have been way worse. Like, if I was sitting up any further, I would have been shot in the chest instead of the arm, or it could have been worse than that. So y'all just watch y'all surroundings out here. Don't keep your kids on a leash, but you know, watch who they associate themselves with. That's why we got such not say a tight leash on Callie, but we don't trust a lot of people with her because she's a little princess. I want more story times. We got other story times. Like, we got so many other stories we could tell. Like, when I found out I was pregnant with Callie, birth story, angry landlord. We got so many. We got so many stories we could tell y'all. So
angry landlord.
That's a whole nother story for another day. Mommy is the best there ever was.
Your face, yo.
Make sure y'all turn y'all notifications bell on so y'all can see when the story time drop. Like, what video y'all want next. We literally listen to y'all. That's all y'all gotta do is comment what video y'all like to see next. We got so many ideas that we gonna release, but we want y'all feedbacks. Tell them what they need to do, boo.
It ain't funny, but I'm tired. Please hurry up, y'all. Please. I'm so sick of going to work. It's so draining.
Let me go. Tell them what they need to do, boo-boo.
Like, comment, subscribe, share.
Y'all heard what he said, and y'all go do it. Now say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
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 Bye, mama.
Not by mama, by them.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry.